So just getting back from Periscope Summit, it was really, really awesome. What I find when I go to events is I love the people the most. That's probably, you always pick up something. You always learn something from the speakers. And I'm not like taking away from that because that's what a lot of the times that's why you go. But for me, it's almost always about the people. And that's my biggest takeaway usually is the relationships that I form. But really what is interesting to me is the community that the Periscope Summit has facilitated. Periscope as a whole has really given us an opportunity to, bond in a way that we wouldn't have done otherwise. So, have you ever been to an event and you've been corresponding with somebody for a while and, you feel like you already know them when you meet them in person? Well, it's even at a higher escalated level, when you go and you meet somebody that you've seen on Periscope. It's really, truly, I guess you get to see people, you get a feel for their personalities. It's just so different when you actually meet people in person. And so it's just really interesting to me that it's really, really amazing that the connection level is so incredible and it's strong. So that was really great. And because the summit was in one place this year, it was really cool because the connections were, I think, much better, much tighter this time around than it was in New York. So if you didn't get there this time, definitely come the next time. So today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something that happened while I was at Periscope Summit. I met some amazing people. And one of the questions that somebody asked me was, have you met someone that really stood out that you didn't know before? And my immediate answer was, yes, I did. And it was as a result of something that happened in an elevator. I was in an elevator. I ran into a lady and she starts, "Hey, Kim, I really enjoyed your keynote." And so I'm chatting with her and I said, "Well, what do you do? What type of business do you have?" And she says to me that she is a light bulb expert. And I'm like, a light bulb expert? I'm like having this thought in my head. I'm like, what? A light bulb expert? What is that? My thought immediately was, does she sell light bulbs? Is she a light bulb manufacturer? How do you be a light bulb expert? So, all these thoughts were running through my head. And so I'd like you guys to meet Leslie. And she went on to explain that she is a cancer survivor and she leverages her knowledge, which is a lot of the knowledge that she gained through her cancer experience, to try to catch people and educate people before they have disease or cancer. And I thought that was such an amazing one-liner. She caught my interest immediately because she said, I am a light bulb expert. I thought that was incredible. So, she's leveraging her passion. She's trying to educate people to eat better so that they basically will have their light bulb moment before they get cancer. So incredibly, incredibly clever. So I thought I'd do a few quick tips for you guys on how can you develop your one-liner. I think the thing is you have to, a part of it is emotional. But my first tip for you is make it emotional. Benefits sell ideas, not facts. And the core of everything that you do, in my opinion, as it relates to your business, it is not about us at all. It's not about our business. It's not about our product. It's not about our service. It is all about them, all about them. So if you can make it emotional in some way, the interesting thing about Leslie's one-liner was her explanation was emotional. She had a great tie-in to her passion. She's a cancer survivor. So, she got me to ask. I was like, okay, what is a light bulb expert? So that's the key, is benefits sell ideas, not your facts. People don't want, they want to know what's in it for them. So make sure that your one-liner includes that. And then I think another great tip for you is you have to keep it super simple. And so, everybody, the KISS acronym, I changed it up a little bit. I think you have to keep it super short, not super simple. So keep it super short. You can't tell people what you do in 10 to 12 words, then you got a problem. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kim Garst. I help people drive more sales for their business. Now, I've got to come up with something a little bit snazzier, but at the root of it, that's what I do. That's what I'm passionate about. Whether that's using social media, whether that's using digital marketing, whether that's using live streaming, I love helping people sell more stuff. So, as I've, trying to figure out what's my super short line, that's my super short line. I love to help people sell more stuff. So keep it short. Brevity forces clarity. It also forces us to really dig in and figure out, what do we do? How do we serve someone? I've been working a lot with my Periscope VIPers to refine their bios and really get to the heart of what they do and who they serve. And this is exactly the same concept. What do you do in a very short window so that you can tell somebody what it is? You could call it your tagline. In fact, if you don't have a great tagline, go through this exercise and see if you can't refine what it is. Tell people in, 10 to 12 words max what it is that you do and how you can help them. So that's my number two. That was my number two. My number three tip for you is use numbers. Now, I've given this tip across the board, so many times as it relates to headlines and anything that is going to drive action, because people love numbers. They connect with numbers. It gives a sense of specificity. So anytime, whether you're crafting a headline or a blog title or, what you do for others, specificity is really great. I mean, it goes back to that conciseness. How can you tell somebody what it is that you are doing? Now, it doesn't mean that every one-liner has to have a number in it, or that every one-liner has to have emotion, but these are all just great ideas. But specificity. So, for example, my course will increase your sales by 25%. Let's say, for example, that you have a course. I mean, whatever it is, it could be anything. You could be selling, off the top of my head, I can't think of something that's not coming to me, but absolutely anything that you could assign some sort of a specificity to. Somebody asks you, if you are a blind maker, for example, then, you could say, well, I help, people filter out 25% of light in their office, or, whatever it is, so that, you have that level of specificity and people know exactly what the benefit to them is. And then last but not least, curiosity factors are huge. That's exactly what I would call Leslie's. She tweaked my curiosity. What is a light bulb expert? It really got me to thinking. And, as I'm standing there, and I know the look on my face, I would have loved to have had a picture of it, because I was so like, what is a light bulb expert? And I was trying not to be like rude. I was like, I don't want to be rude, but I'm like, okay, I'm puzzled. What is this? So, and then as she started to explain, it was like my light bulb went off, and I'm like, oh, that is brilliant. That is incredibly brilliant. So, having a curiosity factor of something that makes people ask, what is it? What do you do? Explain that. That is a huge, huge piece. So guys, here's a few examples. I mean, we all probably recognize them, but Apple, Think Different, Coca-Cola, Open Happiness, Ford, Go Further, and all of us. I mean, I can't imagine that anybody doesn't know the Just Do It Nike brand, right? Those are all very, very, and these are more of a tagline concept, but the concept's the same. It basically is portraying an idea or a concept for your business or your brand. And then if you don't know Leslie, I really would encourage you to check her out because, like I say, she is probably the one person that I met at Periscope Summit that really, really had a one-liner. I'd never met her before. She knew me. I did not know her. That said, though, I will never forget her. And I'll probably tell this story over and over and over again. So you can check her out. My favorite new one-liner, I think, is I am a light bulb expert. So GoToKitchens.com is her website. Her username on Twitter is GoToKitchens as well. And you guys should definitely check her out. Great one-liners. How to craft a great or create your one-liner. Make it emotional. You know, benefits sell ideas, not facts. You want to make sure you identify what's in it for them. The second one is keep it super short, 10 to 12 words. Brevity forces clarity. Use numbers because numbers showcase specificity. And then obviously the curiosity factor. You want people to ask more about whatever it is you tell them that you do. So, all right, guys, take care. God bless. We'll talk to you guys soon.